All right. Welcome to the Obrullper podcast.
My name's Eric.
And my name's Ivan, or Obrullper.
We're here to release episodes every single week.
Every Monday, right?
Specifically Monday.
Yeah, exactly. Like my friend said. First of all, we don't want to go on Tuesdays because we have a challenger there. We're gonna beat them someday, but we want to go on Mondays because I feel like everyone has a rough Monday, right? Everyone has to have a rough.
Who likes waking up to school on a Monday?
Exactly. It's like, why not on a Tuesday?
Well, I mean, we would prefer to do it today because imagine going home and then you switch to us and you watch us and it's like, this lightens my mood.
Exactly. We're here for you, right?
We're here to provide entertainment to all of you.
Exactly. All the GCI students, right? Okay, so this is the introductory episode, right? So obviously, we want to talk about us. We want you to get to know us first, okay?
Okay.
So, I'm taking this story back in time to 8th grade when I first met this rule dog of a person. This is Hopewell grade 8. So my introduction with Eric, it was on the first day of grade 8 in Hopewell, right? I was, obviously I was lonely. I was sad. I was scared, right? But then Eric was like, "You play basketball?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "What do you do?" And I said, "I defend." And he says, "Okay, I want to see that on the court." Immediately showing his rule dog mentality. This guy's always on the court.
I saw him wearing a Dwayne Wade jersey. It was like...
Yeah, I went on the first day.
That was a bit of a ballsy move.
It was the Jimmy Butler one, right?
Oh, yeah, might have been. You were still wearing a jersey on the first day of school.
Yeah, if you guys know Reese LeBay, that guy bullied me. Reese LeBay. First day of high school, he was like, "You like Jimmy Butler, kid?" And I was like, yeah.
Well, I mean, my brother doesn't stop talking about the Heat, so I just thought of some similarities there. Mm-hmm. And then I thought, I asked him, "Do you want to play basketball?" Or I asked some questions about basketball with him because he looked like a fan. And then, we started playing together. Seemed like, there was something there. And then we kind of just clicked.
Yeah, we found love.
Nah, I think maybe beyond. I mean, it could be beyond that. Maybe less.
All right. But yeah, we started playing basketball. With the gang. Back in grade 8, it was us, Elijah, Reese, Russell.
Okay.
They all sucked, but they're good now. So.
Shut up. Shut up.
All right. More importantly, now that you know a little bit about us, let's talk about the podcast, huh?
Yeah.
All right, Eric, why are we here?
We are here to bring in students from GCI basically every single week to provide, maybe some information or news that pops up around school. Mm-hmm. But really just to, show and represent what, some people are at, GCI.
That's a really weird way to
Well...
Okay. More, basically... We want to get features. Do you know Joe Rogan? He has a celebrity podcast where guys come on. We want that, but with GCI, we'll get guys to come in so you can see the true colors of who they are. If, you see someone, right? If I'm a random guy in the hall and I see Eric Brule, I wonder who he is. Now you can look at this podcast and see who he truly is. He's the Brule Dog.
You're damn right I am. Okay, that's a better... Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. But
okay,
do that. Release episodes every single week. Mm-hmm. And there'll be a part of our podcast, every single episode, where we kind of just...
goof around.
Yeah, exactly, basically.
Yeah, we want to see what these people really do in real life. We might even record some parts where, we're actually outside doing things with them, where they actually teach us stuff.
But we don't want it to treat it just as an interview. We want to have, a good time, be charismatic.
Give you guys a good time. That's the most important thing.
Well, we want to have fun in the process.
Obviously, but it's for the fans, right? It's always for the fans. So, let's go on this adventure, you and me, and Brule.
Brule Dog. Brule Dog.
I've had enough.
If you want to more information about the podcast. So, like I mentioned, we're going to release it every single week. We'll release our main episodes primarily on YouTube. We'll have everything uncut, full episode. But we'll post our
Mhm.
like our best clips on Instagram, like our
Yeah, like,
funniest, most memorable.
The Instagram is like, if you're a viewer, but you're not like super into the Obrullper lore, like that's where you just watch the best clips. You can have a little laugh, just like that nice 20-second video to make your day better.
It's a little story of what happened in that episode.
Exactly. But if you want to see the full thing, if you're a hardcore fan, you go to YouTube and then you can look at all that.
And then eventually, over time, we will start putting it on Spotify, because
I mean, that's where the podcasts are.
yeah. Well, yeah.
What?
I mean, I didn't even know that.
What? It starts.
Okay.
Dude, it starts with Spotify.
Oh, actually.
Like Joe Rogan.
Oh yeah. I knew that.
All right, but exactly. So that's how it's gonna work, right? And yeah, moving on. Furthermore, we are gonna talk about two different systems in the Obrullper podcast, the two Jews in an attic, whatever you want to call it. We're gonna talk about two different features that we're gonna add to it. Number one. So first of all, if you guys want to talk to us about the podcast, like about actually something personal in the podcast, please reach out to our DMs, right? Like my account, Eric's account, doesn't matter. Like, preferably we don't want to actually talk, because we're going to use the DMs on the actual podcast account for something else. And that is, if you guys, we want to add a Q&A like part to it. Basically, you guys are going to add a Q&A and you're just going to DM us what the questions, okay? You're going to DM us like
Anything.
any question you want to know.
Keep it
And
like
we'll-
PG. I don't want to.
No, honestly, anything. We'll talk about anything.
I'm gonna get exposed badly in episode 1, am I?
All right, but DM us about any question on the Obrullper account, and we're going to address them for the next episode, and we're going to talk about it with the feature, and it's going to be a really fun, like, little period of the podcast, right? So any message for the Q&A, just message it to our account. No one will be skipped, no matter how many messages there are. We'll answer all of them. It'll be great. It'll be a great time.
Yeah, this is one of our methods that we're gonna want to use to like get our students involved with our podcast.
Yeah.
And the other thing that we will do is we'll set up like something on Google Forms, a sheet that you could fill out explaining like if you want to be on the podcast, like why do you want to be here, like what would you like to talk about. It's like a help me out here.
It's just a Google Forms where number one, you'll write down your full name. Number two, you're gonna write down why you should be on the podcast, what you're gonna talk about with us. And number three, if you want to do it with someone, like let's say we want to do a podcast with like a group of some sort.
Yeah.
Like if you have a friend or something, then you just write down who you want to do it with and why them as well. And boom shakalaka.
Like the earlier you can submit it, most likely we will probably like.
Yeah, we have a list already. We have a
yeah.
waiting list. Everything will be good, and if you will be featured on the podcast, the most famous podcast in the world.
Show up one day. Show up early on the waiting list. You might be the first one ever featured.
Maybe.
Might make it.
No, we already have a waiting list.
They don't get a participation medal for showing up first.
All right, but like after the couple guests,
Yeah.
you have to be excited. The guests, like you guys will be like shocked with who we got on this.
You'll see your
podcast.
friends on there, and you'll be like,
Your friends.
I want to
enemies.
join that.
Especially, we want to talk to the other people of the school. There's like another side of the buck. Any guys that are getting bullied right now, or hurt, or everyone thinks that you're a creep, join our podcast, and you can do a public apology. And we'll ask you questions, and you can clear up any rumors. Opposite of that.
I'm thinking of a very specific person that you're talking about. Okay. That could possibly happen. But...
All right. Number two, if you want to start rumors about anyone, or if you want to talk about anything like that, we have a chair right here for you. All right. And literally, like, or if you just want to have fun with us, or if you want to make, or like, let's say you are in a team, like some like knitting team or something, and you're the only one in the team.
If you're part of a club or sports team, we would like to know what kind of experiences, like bonds that happen, like anything that goes on in practice, games.
Exactly.
Just general news.
And you can like inspire other people to join the team. Like you can, if there's not enough people on the knitting team, You can be like, you can be popularizing it on our content, you know? We want to help you guys out. We want to enjoy this. This is a journey for us. This is a journey for everybody.
Bro, the knitting team, like, it supports all the grandmas out there. I mean, no. I don't know what I'm saying. You get the point. But, yeah. Cut that shit.
Fucking grandma. Alright.
I mean, that's what they do. That's what they
It's
knit.
the fucking Bulldog. If you guys don't laugh at the Bulldog, you guys laugh at nothing. Alright, guys. So, this episode, unfortunately, a little bit short. I know if you're like a huge fan, you're expecting some hour thing. But you have to understand, this is our first episode. Like, we don't know what we're doing yet. You know what I'm saying?
We're just trying to give you guys an idea of how our episodes will look in the future. We're just trying to, like, lay the foundations for everything.
Exactly. You know, write the blueprint, you could say. So, with that, thank you for watching this one.
I will say, or not say, but just act. I'll see you guys next week.
A round of applause for Bulldog.
Get used to that every single week. A bi-pause. Or not a bi-pause, but a bi-part. I can't speak. Get ready for me to bark every single time we end the episode.
All right. This is Obrullper saying goodbye to Juice in an Attic
We'll see you guys next week.
with our special guest.